Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to Long Beach Lawn Bowling Club in Long Beach, California, United States of America. We are here for the 2027 World Bowls Americas qualifying. We've been streaming all week long, and we'll continue to stream through Friday morning. So what we're going to show right now is a women's fours match. Second round between Brazil and the United States of America. And I am Scott Roberts, Bowls USA Hall of Fame member, joined by Jackie Hogan, Southwest Division Counselor for Bowls USA. Hello, Jackie.
Good afternoon, Scott. Here we are once again.
So this setting up how everything is with everybody, so you understand what's happening. What is this America's qualifying, if you haven't heard about it by now? So based on 2023 World Bowls finishes, the top 12 countries per discipline advanced automatically to the 2027 World Bowls. Outside of the top 12, they had to have regional qualifiers to determine who it is that's going to advance in those disciplines. Again, the disciplines singles, pairs, triples, fours for men and for women, all 8. Earlier today, we had a men's fours match between Brazil and Canada, and now we'll have a women's fours match between Brazil and the United States of America. So in the Americas, countries are the United States, Canada, Brazil, Argentina, and Jamaica. Jamaica does not have a men's or women's fours team here. And in the women's fours, Canada had already qualified, so it is a 3-way race between Brazil, the United States, and Argentina. There was one game earlier today that was won by Argentina, 19-12 over Brazil. So this will be Brazil's second game. The format will be, an individual game is 15 ends with a 2-hour and 15-minute time limit. And the tournament itself is a double round robin. So with the 2 opponents that each one has, they'll end up playing 4 games. And if there happens to be a tie with the record, the plus points is what will determine it. Again, with the round robin, the plus points matter. So hopefully that sets everything up for everybody. And we're just finishing up the trial ends for the ladies here. And then we'll be going ahead and getting started. To head over and make one little adjustment with the camera that you're seeing here, and I will be right back. All right, hopefully that's a little better. So what have you been talking about, Jackie?
I've been playing here on Facebook, trying to get things set up.
We'll also probably have Pam Edwards joining us. She's been sitting on the side, headphones free, much to her delight. And but she's been keeping track of the end-by-end scoring so that we can keep an eye on the other games that are going on. Again, right now, earlier in this week, we were doing pairs and triples for the men and women, and now we've moved disciplines to the fours and the singles. So there are some fours and singles games that are going on. some of those are already finishing up their trial ends. The singles are all finished, waiting for the bell to sound to get started at 3. Regular that the teams do not finish their trials, or they start a little late. So just because there's so many to do. So let's see how the buzzer comes, because I know there's quite a few yet to come.
And you can always check our live scoring online on our Bowls USA website under events, the international events tab. And excuse me, all the results for this week so far are listed there, so you can see what's transpired earlier on.
So earlier in the week with the men's pairs, Canada had already qualified, and the U.S. team won the qualifying. For the women's pairs, there was only one spot, no team had qualified, and in a nail-biter, Canada won by 2+ points over the United States. Brazil's getting an extra team hug there, even though we've got two trying to get their trials in. So
there's the bell.
So Canada's going, and then for the men's and women's triples, both were the same. Both Canada and U.S. have already qualified. And then, so because they qualified, it was only a two-way between Argentina and Brazil. They did a best of 5. Argentina won both of those. So now that the bell is gone, we're going to get started, even though they haven't finished all their trials. And I know that we saw in the first game, I mean, it's a kind of an ordeal to try and get 2 hours and 15 minutes and get 15 ends in. So that's what the game is again, 15 ends. I think the last game we saw with the men's 4s between Brazil and Canada, and then Canada was on the quick step, moving things quickly, and they managed to get all 15 ends in with a couple minutes to spare, I think. So likely be a similar pushing the envelope with regards to timing. So we have the first jack, checking to see if it's okay. We'll introduce all the players to the Brazilian team, led by Lucia Evangelista, Angelita de Faba, Patricia and Juliana Shufeldt as a skip. For the United States, it will be Tricia Quan, Spease, Joanne Hedgespeth, and Nunes as a skip. So here's the first bowl by Lucia. Probably a big yard, 4 feet short. I think this might be Tricia's first bowl of the Team USA rep right here.
I believe so. In competition. They didn't play this morning.
Because they had being only 3 teams, so they had the bye. Not bad weight.
Tricia Bull's Tiger 2, it's a size 4. The tiny little person she uses a large bowl.
Well, whatever it is you can handle.
Yeah, it's nice. I can't do that, but she's got dialed in.
Online with that, but a little bit through, it's okay. Setting up for her teammates. This is an Angelita. Rocking the 2-tone bowls here. Not a bad opener here. A couple yards through. Spease. Looking a beach police officer. bit unlucky. I think we'll see a little bit of the nerves by the ladies. Be a little loose for the first couple ends. Wouldn't shock me.
Brazil played the morning game against Argentina, so they're a little more warmed up probably.
So a lot of room to draw, but probably Brazil holding 2 at the moment. They're in a pretty good way, just needs to tighten it down a little bit. Just get it just a little steamy. Pretty actually very similar to what Tricia did. Just kind of missed the line with the first one and then add a little bit correcting the weight. Patricia, her first. Pretty good ball there. Probably making it 2 now, Brazil. Joanne Hedgespeth. Good opener by Joanne. Yeah, very nice there. Just slips that ball. She's in for shot, but still popped that one up just to get to 1. Only 1 down now. Tricia's second. She had a pretty good first. Don't want to really do much more. She can afford to add a couple feet. Kind of drag it around. I think she's taking some pace off. Doesn't need to. Here. Oh, got a nice little favorable bounce there. It's going to make it 3rd, I think. But Brazil should still be holding 1. And they'll cross over. One of the things the option is to have the vices standing the head, but then you have an extra crossover for time. We saw both Brazil and Canada do that. I think yeah, they both were doing it. I think Brazil kind of half the time, and Canada do it every time, where the vice was standing in the head and crossing over. So it takes a little bit extra time, and you have to do that. Here's Juliana's first. She have the yellow balls. We're going to draw here. Slides by. I'm not sure. Measure for 2. Joanne's having a look. This is just the 1 still. Doesn't have the greatest of positions. You can see her trying to draw around, use the wall there of those 2 bulls. Oh, gotta be up here. Juliana again. I would just do the same bull here. If she managed to pick up the jack, that'd be pretty good, but she's kind of come short and then I think took a little more grass and it just kind of hung on her. Here's Anne, probably down the 1. Just looking to see if she can find that bull or just have a nice little draw to the jack here. Needs to have a couple yards. Pretty good. Yeah, what a shot. And Nunes. For the point, I'm going to check and see if there's any others because they do have a couple back there, but I think it's just the 1. Yep. 1 for the U.S. Great shot there by Ed. And in his clutch shot by the skipper. We'll take a 1-0 lead. Title card right there. We go. Tricia's first jack. Usually what you see in matches as it goes on, I think we saw it earlier this morning, is for the really good players, is as the game goes on, you get tighter and tighter heads because everybody's getting familiar with the green and conditions, and they really weren't changing much. It might be a little bit different with this one depending on how the timing goes, just because now the wind might gust and stop and start, and then we also might have the sun starting to go down too, and that's going to change the conditions on the grass. So it's always kind of a good idea to kind of keep an eye on things, and it's harder to do in fours than it is in like pairs or singles, because you roll your 2 bowls and then you got to wait like 10 or 15 minutes before you go again. So Tricia, pretty solid first bowl, just at most a yard, short yard, 2.5 feet behind. Pretty good opener there. Lucia's kind of well short. Tricia, knowing the path of her bowl, is not worried about it. Rather play the same hand again. Theory just trying to do the same thing. Just making sure she's underneath it. That's pretty good here. Yeah, that's well done. 2 very good bowls by Tricia Quan. Sent up the head net pretty nicely. Lucia's second. Actually, looks like Lucia is skipping. Based on the shirt I'm reading.
Oh, yes, they do have their roots.
All right, I'm going to have to adjust all my notes now. So who knows who's who? We'll check and look at the shirts now as we're going through. Brazil has been kind of changing up their lineups throughout the day.
Yeah, I think they had someone earlier in the week pull out for injuries.
I'll try and watch the shirts and get the names. And I'll guess in the meantime. All right, so Mary's first, a little short and narrow. Unfortunate. All right, in theory, this is Angelita. Just pretty heavy there. I wonder if it's going to stay in. Nope, all the way off. All right. Mary to make an adjustment here. Bit of both needed. Just get it to settle a little. This would be a pretty good bowl here. Yeah, that's a pretty nice correction. Still holding 4 right now, the Americans. Angelita needs to take a little pace off here. Hit something. Hit something, but don't know if it changed anything. Over to Joanne. A little touch on the jack would be pretty good here. And it's going to carry it right back to the other bowls. That's pretty nice there by Joanne Hedgespeth. Almost hit it a little too far, a little unlucky. I mean, if she would have just grabbed it, that would have been good, but I'm going to shove it a little out, unfortunately. It still is a good bowl. Patricia with a pretty nice bowl there. I think it should be 1, I think, for the U.S. at the moment. Joanne can make the adjustment after a jack movement here. Just coming to her own is pretty good. It's going to make it all the way. Pretty nice there. Probably 2, I think. Patricia. Oh, that's Juliana. Okay, so Lucia's skipping. Juliana is vicing. Tricia, I think, is leading. I think Angelita's in second, and it's still the second. All right, we're going to double check everything on the next end. They'll cross over, and I'm pretty sure the U.S. is holding 2. The white bull is definitely shot, and I think that bull of Joanne's in front. It should be 2. So probably, I can see Anne kind of playing on her backhand here, trying to come through and come to the white blue bulls, to the 2 shot bulls through the gap. She's going to go around. A little dangerous here. I think she prefers his hand. One thing is she doesn't have the position behind, so if she gets behind, that's okay. Slip this bull, she does. Don't know if it quite got in there. Okay, Lucia's now. Not a bad draw here. Pretty good way, but still no change. I think, yeah, I kind of should go either way, but I wonder what Anne's going to do here. Again, I see it pretty nicely in the backhand, which what I thought she should have done in the first place. She could just run into those 2 bulls and kind of play it pretty freely. And then she would have had a chance to kind of adjust it, just kind of come off a little bit. And it might give Lucia a little wing bull there to come off of. I think the U.S. sold it 2, but they do have, Brazil's got 2 catchers there. She happens to hit the jack on this one. I think this is going to be narrow. She's going to have to get lucky. Turn it Anne's. Got unlucky, pushed hands in a little closer. Don't know if it made it 3. The U.S. will score again. It's a question of how much. We got 2 out, and we're going to measure the 3rd. Three it is. So 3 for the U.S. They'll get up 4-0 after 2 ends. Tricia will go jack again. Long here, nearly T to T here. Yep, it's on the T, and I don't know if she's got that. Let me get a shot here. So we call the T the 2-meter mark. So the 2-meter mark is where the if the jack gets killed, then it goes to the 2-meter mark, and the jack can go no further when we're first starting. So if it goes past the 2-meter mark when you're rolling it, then it gets set to the 2-meter mark. We call it a T because it's usually indicated by a T on the green. Tricia's first. Not too bad. Now let's see. Patricia's leading. Okay, good. Now we know it's Patricia. If they're not going to have the order, at least they got the names on the shirts.
That was very kind of them.
Clearly been trying some different combinations. I remember First World Bulls when I met Cameron, who we just saw Cameron the frame from the Canada team. I know after they were off to a little bit of a rough start, and their team agreed to just draw names from a hat after a few days because it wasn't going well for them. So they just said, let's draw names from a hat, and whoever draws the lead in the second, and so on. And they went with that and then won their first game. So they just stuck with it after that. Well, I thought that's a little different.
Well, that's That's a sign of a well-rounded team. If anybody could play any position at any time.
Yeah, I think that was part of the reasoning is they all said, look, we all can do anything, and what we're doing is clearly not working. We need to do something. What do you want to do? And they went to the old Billy Martin thing, which he notoriously did with the Yankees lineup long, long ago in the 70s. And that worked for them. So they tried that style, and it worked for them. All right, well, Brazilians holding one right now. So Tricia was a little short with her 2 bowls. Pretty decent one by Mary. Got a little piece of the jack going through. Might be holding. Right now we gotta see. Angelita's the second. Okay, there we go. I think I might have the lineup now. I think Angelita was the only one I had right. I feel like that Price is Right game, when they have the numbers and you pull the handle.
Yeah.
And then now you go run back. How many do you have right? 1. Oh, dang it. You go back and try and change a bunch. Pretty good bowl there by Angelita. Don't think Mary wants to change much here. Just drop a yard maybe and that's probably it. Too far away here. Yeah, a little too heavy. Looked a little heavy.
Yeah, did out of her hand.
Okay. Angelita second. She had a pretty good first one. This one's going to draw in. Is it going to stop? Just kind of sailing by. Might be in for shot. Still a ton of room to draw, though. There's Joanne. She's going to make it all the way. Need to be all the way up. And short. Decent road, but short by keeping the wrong angle. By a couple of yards there. Still a ton of room to draw. Should be Juliana, as you can see. I don't think Juliana's going to get there. I think she's well short here. Let's see if Joanne can have these couple of yards here. Twisted slide under this white one here. Make it all the way down, all the way down. Yeah, I think she's done it. Shot drawn there. Just a touch short, but in close enough for shot. Juliana's second. She's going to come across the head here after a very short first ball. Weight was much better. Much better weight there. Alright, I'll cross over and get the skips with the last two. I think U.S. holding one, probably. One at least. Probably just the one. The console. See what we got on the comments while we're waiting. Tim again watching. Good to hear from you, Tim. Hope you're doing well. Let's go USA. Vincent's going to bed.
Yeah, I saw that. He's like, it's late here in the UK. England.
And then a quick one. Vamos Brazil. Gotta have a Vamos going.
Yes.
Right here's Nunes. track all the way down. Still needs a little bit of pace. Yeah. 2 yards short there. Kind of in the way. There's Lucia. Coming the other way. She's going to hit something, and then what? Oh, push that one in for a shot. There's Joanne's other one, so now it's 2. Probably a good idea to switch with Ann kind of getting in the draw line, I think, on the other hand. And now that they've got their own pushed up, I think this is a pretty good call by the two ladies. A little tricky on this hand, though, so I wonder if it's going to hang on or not. You know, especially when you get down to the last 2 meters, it's really having a hard time kind of making the turn. I don't think it's in. Yeah. All right. Lucia's got the last bowl here. Trying to see if she could cut into this. Just come across the head. Oh, got a nice little redirect, but not enough. Probably still going to be 2 for U.S. here. 2 for the U.S. Indeed. I'll go up 6-0 now. After 3. Some more comments in here. Let's see. Karen watching. 2 USA. WG. Julia Gallup. Quan. Oh, and we said hi to her.
Yes, we did.
All the cowbells, okay. And then Justina says, let's go Juliana. And, vamos.
Shout out to the cowbells once again.
Bowls. Not too bad for Tricia again. Pretty good position, just about a yard behind at 4 feet. There's Patricia. And Patricia, that's fun. Well, it's Patricia's first bowl is pretty heavy and all the way in the ditch, so she needs to take quite a few yards off this one.
Hall of Famer Sandra Law has just joined us. Sandra Law.
Yeah, the newest inductee, Sandra. Done pretty well, Sandy. Nice correction there by Patricia, a good shot. Just about a yard behind. Fair amount of room for Mary here. I think she's overcooked this one. Question whether it stays in or not. Up into the ditch. So result on the Quan. Here's Angelita. Let's see. It's trying to hang on. I think it's going to turn away. Weight's pretty good. Probably looking to drop the weight here. Yeah, just seeing it drop the weight, just kind of missed the line. I think it's pretty tricky. It's been pretty tricky to try and play this clubhouse hand. I think it might be wise to favor the other hand. They got Angelita's very narrow here. Good weight, very narrow. Pushing the board boundary line there. Indicated that it's out. Here's Joanne. Joanne's been pretty solid to start this one off. Not a bad opener there, about a yard short, probably in the count. Or rather, sorry, that should be second shot. I don't think it quite made it in. I think that's second. There's Juliana. Oh, don't want to flick it left.
Oh, wow.
No. It's all the way back. Joanne's going to have to make an adjustment here, a couple yards after the jack movement. Needs to slip past all these and then keep on trucking. Might be in for second. Get Juliana to come between these two white balls here. Kind of underestimating the break on his hand, I think. Might be in for two.
Learning a little Portuguese as we're here. Justina Palmieri online said, excuse my pronunciation, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Boa jogada, and I use my Google Translate. Good bowl, Juliana.
Well, a lot of room for Ann to draw, but just a lot of bowls in front. There's a big wall in front of everything. You just need to find a gap there. I'm guessing she'll probably play on her forehand. Yep, she's lining up on her forehand to try and come all the way around and come probably between the two white bowls. She's done that right between the middle of them. Draws it in probably for shot. I think that's holding now. Juliana wasting no time here. It's to kind of match her. Oh, don't want to hit the white one. Oh, she slipped it and slipped the purple. Just got to push it up. A good solid second. But still one for the Americans. Watching out for the yellow ball. Don't want to push that up and make it any easier for them. I just wondering which way is kind of safer. She's, holding. She doesn't want to promote the yellow ball in, so I think she's opting to switch hands here. She's going to switch hands and come the other way since she's got the three balls on this side, the three furthest on the right are her own. She could promote up if she happens to hit them, or hopefully slip them all. Yeah, what she's done, but just not with enough pace to get into the count. So American's still holding one. He's going to try and see if she can push her own up. She's going to go this route. I don't think she's going to get there. So it'll be one more for the Americans. Up 7-0 after 4. Getting the scorecards in, seeing how that works. Ours is a great team game. It's very difficult for a single individual to kind of dominate a horse game. Really, the successful ones, the ones that see the game the same way, who complement each other well, play for each other, do your job for the good of the team. It helps to be able to turn on and off the focus. Bring it up when you need to. When you got 2 bowls, and then you got to wait 10 minutes before you go 2 bowls again. There's Tricia. Pretty good here. Again, Tricia's been pretty solid. She's been getting through the head, drawing through the head, setting up everything. Her last end, she was a little short, but here much better. Just a yard through here. Actually, she was behind in the jack move. She was fine. Good opener by Patricia there. Another one. Patricia's going to switch over, play it again. Yeah, better off just playing it again. She played that pretty well. Stick with it. Not a big fan of, especially your front end switching hands. You're just looking for them to get bowls in the head. Again, that's where it gets back to 4s as opposed to triples or pairs. Here you just want to just keep putting bowls in the head. Let the rest of your team kind of follow up behind. Yeah, she kind of over-adjusted there. Better off playing the same bowl. Tricia just trying to do the same thing. She didn't want to take any pace off either. She's dropped quite a few yards there. Unfortunate. Mary getting a nice positive shot in here. Got a couple seconds. Yards through. It's all right. Fighting the weight a little bit. There's Angelita. Brazil holding one. Pretty nice here. And it's 2 now. Good time to find your way to get a nice draw in here. On that weight adjustment, it's like when it's 2 yards, try and draw 2 yards off, not 3. Almost. Holding 2, Angelita second. Wants to try and be underneath this bowl. Well, she managed to chip it right out and sit in for 3. Best stand easily by Brazil here. 3 bowls within 2 feet right now. Pretty good weight there by Joanne. They'll just have to correct their line. But a good weight there. It's Juliana now holding 3. Trying to track in another one. A little short, might be in Joanne's way. Might cause her to switch, or one of Van's going to have her go all the way around it. I think she's looking for her to come underneath and cross head and just try and get maybe shot or cut down. It'd stick on the same hand, but it needs to slip that front bowl in order to get there. I think it's just a little heavy. I think it's hanging out a little heavy there. Brazil's still holding 3. Juliana again needs a big yard here, 4 or 5 feet. She's going to be short. Also kind of get wrecked. Be an interesting path now for Anne. She's double checking to see if it's 3. Guesses Anne's going to play on the wide hand and try and draw around. She's just got to navigate the front bowls. She does have that white bowl that's hers that she could rock up. I think that's the hand she's going to go with on that backhand here. Try and see if she can get a piece of this head or get a little promotion. Trying pretty hard here. Needs a little more pace. Not quite. Maybe a yard short. Still probably 3. Let's see if we get one in. Just got to turn. And just got to stay there. Joanne's telling Anne is 4 feet short. Tracking pretty nicely here. Just slip everything. Oh, pretty good effort. Probably cut it to, could be second shot. Shouldn't be more than. Let's see when they do the count, but Brazil's still definitely holding. It's Juliana, but she's kind of coming across the head here. Tipped one of Anne's up. Ooh, and it kind of fell backwards. Might have got in there. Kind of using that bowl. So probably going to be at least 2 after that last one by Juliana. Let's see what else. 3 for sure. So after hitting the first 4 ends, Brazil's going to strike back here. 3 in a measure. But you could see the lead play because the front end was able to get bowls in the head and made it so much easier, whereas the Americans just couldn't get anything really that close in the front. But it's just like that sometimes. But that's why it's nice when you can kind of ham and egg it. It's like, oh, I don't get it this time, you get it the next time. So just the 3 though. They don't get any more. But still, Brazil's on the board and they get 3 there. After 5, 7-3 US. And vamos meninas.
Let's go, girls. looked that word up too.
I think I could have had a good guess there.
That was my goal.
Let's see if Brazil's going to do anything different with the mat. I don't think so. They're sticking with kind of somewhat vanilla. Just kind of mat up a little bit and then jack about medium length. If they're losing 4 ends in a row, I think they might want to do something. They could do something drastic, but chose not to. Let's see if, again, it's so much easier if you're gonna have your front end putting bowls in the head. I mean, it's not like really like Tricia. It's not like she did bad. You know, she was just the Brazilians were much better, just as anything. Like Tricia was just like, you know, yard through, and Brazil was just kind of all over it. Yeah, but like this, not a bad opener. It's like a yard 4 feet through. Seen a ton of jack movement, but usually at the international level you see a fair amount of it. There's Tricia again. Again, another solid opener here. Yeah, just about 2.5 feet through. Piece of the jack there. Wow, look at that. Just a little. Patricia just kind of plowed right into the jack there. Kind of fortunate, really. I mean, she almost had the same bowl. She just happened to get a piece of the jack. And again, you see the value of Tricia, even though she was, you know, a yard through. Now she's got a very close third, and all she's got to do is about the same weight. If anything, she could add to it and try and get behind again. Good effort here. Pretty good effort here. Oh, that's a good bull. Nearly made the corner. Angelita. Good as well. Look at this shot. Wow, well done there. Knocked that one closer. Might still be 2. Mary's got pretty good weight control here. I mean, as far as a weighted shot is what I mean. So, Anne's got that at her disposal if she wanted to have Mary come through with a couple yards of weight to kind of knock this jack free. She could even come off the white ball coming into the pile here. Knock it closer. Yeah, that's pretty good weight. I mean, as long as it stays in, yeah, it's still in. Give you a shot there, you can see. So that's good controlled weight. You get a back ball, it's okay, and you took a little stab at it. Trying to communicate, yeah. Trying to do something similar. Just to me, I don't think they had a good bull. I would just have her do the same thing again. Not bad, decent pace and everything. Just didn't hit anything that time. Looking at Mary kind of try the same kind of thing. Anything like a promotion in on the white ball, or coming off the white ball, or just coming clean into those 2 bulls in the jack. I think it's just 2. This fight down here. She's going to stay high again. Yeah, just not coming back. Just took a little pace off, but it just didn't seem to turn at all. Juliana. So might be in the pure drive lane, but I don't think they're going to do that. Again, I think that's the right call. You got that white ball that Tricia nearly got in there that you could use. Joanne could just come off of it or push it in. It's a good guide. I'd like to see what's under that bowl. Get half it, but just like Mary, she's kind of drifting out and not really finding it. I mean, really good weight there. I like that a lot. Just tighten it up the next time. It should be in good shape.
Yeah, but I made the Jamaican ones gold to recognize the Jamaican flag.
Sure, they're calling for Juliana here. She's trying to stay out wide and kind of cover those bowls there, I guess.
I know, but I marked and they were...
So when the marker says,
Who's marking that game?
She seemed to like it.
she was right. She said, who's holding? And she said, they said,
Yeah, I'm just saying now, just to come in a little tighter.
the Jamaican on the scoreboard is looking at that, and he said, so am I not.
See what Joanne's got.
It really was really bad on the
Keeping that
ice.
same weight, just coming a little tighter. She's giving it a look here. She's not far away.
Have Argentina
She just dropped the pace a little bit from hitting the.
so he's not got
But it's definitely two now for sure. If there was a measure before, there's no doubt there's two. There's those two that are surrounding the jack.
They matched the flag.
The U.S. team has given Anne
That's why
at least 2/3, I think. Definitely 1/3, maybe two. Not bad there.
according to this sticker here. This is what our flag is.
That shot just to be nice and forceful with it. Try and dislodge it. Based on where all the other bowls are, kind of around the head, it's going to be hard for it to be worse than two if she were to spring it. If she springs it, then she could just make it a drop contest for herself. There's Lucia. We're trying to think, oh yeah, put a little block in. But, I don't think that's a good idea. I think they're better off trying to get a closer third. Put something behind. Here's Anne. I think the thing hopefully she learned from the others is to play this tight.
Yeah.
Because everybody keeps kind of drifting wide. She's not far away, just needs to touch on it. And not, again, she's a little wide, but not by much. Very close to, you can see where Joanne's ended up for her first one. Lucia wasting no time. Again, I think she'd be better off just trying to see if she can draw a third here. It's pretty safe. Didn't quite make it. I think Anne just wants to keep that same pace, tighten it up. She can come off that. She can even add a yard if she wanted to. Just really wants to dislodge and spring it because everything around that weight afterwards is all hers. Just gonna come under that and then what? A bit unlucky. She came tight and might have pushed a third in. Last ball. Yeah, it's 3 more for the Brazilians there. A little unlucky for Anne. Just kind of came a little too tight there. 2 threes in a row for Team Brazil. I'll close the gap here. 7-6 after 6 ends. And actually, that was kind of set up from the front end by Patricia. She had her first ball that was, again, a yard through, and then with her second one, she picked it up perfectly and just drug it to her other one. The first 4 ends with the U.S. up 7-0, and you're thinking, oh, maybe they're just going to go and run away with it. But 2 threes later, sudden it's a 1-point game. Actually not too far away from what we saw earlier today. With Brazil and Canada for the men's fours.
Yeah, that became a close game.
Well, Canada looked like they were just going to run away with it, and then Brazil came all the way back to tie it. I think at one point did they take the lead? I thought they took the lead briefly.
Did. Yeah.
Nope, they never had the lead. The closest they got is they tied it at 8. And then that huge shot by Cameron to turn a 1 up into a 6. The weighted shot that really just kind of was the big shot of the match that really put that out of reach. All right, Patricia's first draw was out of bounds. And here's Tricia. Not too bad. Yard short, told me. I prefer, like she was doing, is to just finish a yard behind. Their stroke here by Patricia. Pretty good here. Yep, nice correction. Jack high. Spare the horses on this one, Tricia. Have a beast a yard. See if you can get behind here. Let's come all the way down. Great bowl there. Nearly took it. Very good bowl. Just sliding between the two. Set up nicely for our team. Things a lot of people do is they think that the lead is like am I holding or not, and it's really not that important. It's what happens at the end. I mean, that's how they count the game. It's not who's leading after the lead goes, it's who's holding after everybody goes, especially in fours. Angelita is jack high, a little bit offline. Really could play either hand, but she's going to stick with this hand. She's got Tricia's on the running surface. It's just going to hang out on her again. Maybe she can edge and in. Nope. Sliding on by. Not bad on the weight. About a yard. There's Angelita's second. She's going to put it next to her first, way out on the side there. It's just, I think there's just like a little ridge on the side. Again, you usually see a lot of it on those grass greens when you're on that, not an end rink, but an edge rink. You'll see a lot of, like just a point of no return. Like it just, if you get past the ridge or something, it just won't come back. That's why you see a lot of, if you can do it, to try and play the other hand. And that's why you see people kind of fighting the hand. Mary tried to make a correction and she kind of just overcorrected. You can see the jack is literally right between her two bowls. She just took a little too much weight off and then took too much grass off too. All right, here's Juliana. And not quite. Up on Joanne now. Makes it a little less ideal to try and play the backhand, so we're going to stick with the forehand, which is wide open. Let's see if she can solve the puzzle. Looking pretty good here. How's her pace? Picking up the jack could be good. Picking up the jack could be good. Oh, got a piece of it. Don't know if she got enough, but she got a piece of it. Made it better. Put it to Mary's. I mean, again, even though Mary's bowl was like kind of a couple yards through, now because of the jack movement, you see how much better it is rather than the other ones. Let's see what we got here. Hit that bowl. I think that last bowl might be the blue one. Might be the shot still. Looking like I think it's still one for the Brazilians with that front blue bowl. I think. So a little tricky with all our angles here.
Hard to tell.
Joanne doesn't want to do much different here. Try again. Just wants to beat that bowl. Just get inside that bowl. Very close. Oh, it just fell the wrong way.
Wrong way.
Nearly. Great effort there. 2 good bowls by Joanne. Time for the skippers. There's Lucia. Again, Brazil holding 1, down 1 on the board. She might have found the no man's land also on this hand. So quite a few. And especially exaggerated a little bit because I think the jack has moved just slightly over that way. And the hand does definitely have room to draw. I think anything within 2 feet. And she's got a little wall that you can come into there. 2 little walls that you can use. It's like a pretty good road here. A little heavy, but you're gonna hit this wall. Oh, it just slides by. Again, so it's still holding 1, I think. There's Juliana. This is going to go sailing through. Alright. Yeah. Joanne saying that man's about 5 feet through. It's to make that, I think even just the correction of the weight should be enough. Wouldn't mind her taking an extra freckle here of grass. I think she's taken off a little too much. Yeah, I think she took off too much there. Yeah, unfortunate. It's probably just 1 so let's see, they're looking to the second one. We're going to measure it. That'll be 3 ends in a row for the Brazilians. At the very least, they forced a tie, if not taken the lead outright. Just 1. So it is tied, 3 ends in a row, 7-7 now. And this match of 15 ends is now a match of 8 ends.
Okay, I'm gonna give a little update on the other games going on around the ring, around the green. We have a men's singles, Brazil versus the USA, and the current score is.
I think it just ended.
Yep, it just ended. USA 21-7. So Bill Brault won the USA there. Women's singles, Brazil and Jamaica. Brazil and Jamaica. Jamaica is 12-5. Argentina and Jamaica men's singles. Argentina 11, Jamaica 10. And then our fourth game here is tied.
All right, we're 7-7 after 7. Okay, the game's kind of been decided by the front end. Really, neither one of the skips or vices have really been able to make a conversion. It's really been the first, between these first 4 ladies is who's been kind of driving it. I think Anne had 1 conversion in this match so far. So it's really been, as the leads have been going, so has the match been going. Tricia very heavy with her first. There's Tricia. Very good start there. Just maybe a 1.5 feet behind. Tricia can get a good second here. No? Yeah, better. Only a yard through, but Tricia's still holding one for the U.S. Wouldn't change anything. Sometimes maybe you take you could take too much grass and end up too far out and have it hang. It'd be a good time to do a little test to see how much more you could take. This looks really good here. Really good here. Just needed another foot or two. Okay, this is one of the tests I usually do with my students. Is I'll put a bowl in front, even though really, if you look at it from this view, it's like I can't even see the jack. It looks like it's right on top of it. And you really get to it, and you see it, it's like, oh, there's a lot of room to draw. So we'll try and set up a head where they can't hardly see the jack. A bunch of balls behind it in front. Really, they got 2 yards worth of room to draw to. It's kind of a test of faith. All right, let's see if former Officer Spease can find her rhythm here. As the Americans are holding 2 at the moment. Looks pretty good. You guys are gonna make it. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Great bull there. Again, the front end very strong here for the U.S. So far, a little loose for the Brazilians here. Kind of lends to stabbing and poking as opposed to just trying to get second shot or third shot. So she came through a little heavy. Still holding 2. Yeah, see, there's a school of thought here where some people would say, oh, pull one in the back. And it's like, okay, well, you got one now. And it's a team game. Have Mary just draw another one. She just drew a stunner. Let her keep building her confidence. Draw another stunner. Have Joanne put one in the back. Again, this is the difference with 4s. Just have everybody do their role. Somebody can do one great, then just have them do another great one. Yeah, took a little pace off. Kind of gave a little bit of a wing bull too. A little chat here. Let's see what Juliana sees here. Stick, yeah, we're going to go on the forehand here, see if they can slide underneath it and try and carry the jack to the zone 2. Coming with some pace. She's going to hit Mary. Oh, you see how that could have gone wrong there because of that wing ball. A little less pace, and she hits Mary's and comes across the head and hits the jack and knocks it over. Got very lucky, Americans there, because I went right between the 2. That's why you want to be behind. Nobody gets a lucky wick off a back ball. Mm-hmm. All right, Joanne, probably drawing between those 2 balls would be pretty good. I think they take that in a heartbeat. Even in this little triangle here is okay. And this is very well done. You gotta like that if you're in. See, they have that little triangle kind of on the center and to the right. That's all Brazil. So you put one right in the middle. See if Juliana is going to come with a little bit of an overdraw here. I think it's going to slide on past. The Americans are holding 2 right now. Yep. Yep, control, yeah. And now because even Joanne was on the center line too, as she got the triangle, which is great. Now she could just drop the weight. Just drop a couple yards, keep her same line, put in a 3rd. Finding that ball would be good. Oh, nearly. Good effort there. Would like to have seen her not come across the head there. But still, pretty good ball. I know that hand's very tricky. All right, we'll do the skips now. Lucia down a couple. trying to get a piece of this head here. Just kind of coming across. I think Anne's going to try. Yeah, see, she's just trying to get behind right there. See where Joanne's putting her foot? That's where I've been saying. That's where I thought Joanne should have been. She just nearly missed it, just a little narrow. Otherwise, her weight was absolutely perfect for that shot. So I think you see Anne not coming across the head. Don't get any jack movement. Rolled in two. Just try and put one right between those two balls.
It tacks in, it's also a point, probably.
Yep. If it's just underneath those, that'd be good. Odds are she's going to try that, and because the hand's a little wonky, she's probably going to end up on the further right. But let's see. Weight's the big thing. She's come across it. Isn't going to make it all the way. Interesting, because it's kind of closed the gap a little bit that Juliana's been trying to get through. Juliana's undeterred. She's going to try again. It's going to go almost the same thing. Almost the same exact spot. Needs to add that yard here. Pretty good out of her hand. Just sit right on it. Beautiful bowl there by Nunes. It's well done there. I think it should be in for 3. It's at least 2 for the Americans, and they get back on the board. Giving them a 3. Now they're looking to see if they can squeeze anything else out of it. 3 it is. Nice end by the U.S. That's very well played. Good front end play. Let's get bulls in the head. Good position play. And then the skip be able to make the free throw at the end. Should be pretty proud of that one, especially when they're tie game. All right, 10-7 now after 8. Past the halfway point, and got a little over an hour left. After the Americans lost 4, the Brazilians kind of went to this distance. Now you're seeing the U.S. trying something different with the mat, pulling it up a bit. See if Tricia can have another solid start. Let's see how the front ends go. And that's been kind of been the story of this match so far. It's been the front ends with very little conversion. I think Anne had 1 conversion. And as the first 2 have gone, so is the match gone. A little bit of a different distance now, so you want to make sure you're playing up and through here. 5 feet short here. Tricia. Looks pretty good here. Yeah, that's a nice bull there, right next to it. Hopefully they'll free things up for Tricia, and she can go ahead and add a couple of yards here. I'm just gonna get to the bull and the jack. Just gonna play through them. Hard here. Trying really hard here. And sitting on it. Well done there. There you go. Great adjustment. Great adjustment there. And the same thing here applies for Patricia. Just want to kind of play through you got a nice solid second. Just go ahead and play nice and positive through everything. She's going to miss the line here. Still a nice, pretty solid 2 seconds there. Good time for Mary. I think Mary's going to play this other hand. Let's see if she can get a little better luck with the line here. Easy, Tiger.
She does play with the tiger
Very
too.
heavy. 3 yards through and heavy and narrow when she's holding. It could have been disastrous. Because she could easily flick the jack and then 2 down, because that had some pace on it. There's Angelita. She can go ahead and attack. A couple seconds here. Not far away again. Kind of a little bit of a break there. Kind of pushed it a little further out. You see Mary make an adjustment. It's like, okay, if anything, we got a back ball out of it, but we'll just take off at least 3 yards here. Nice, smooth, easy stroke here. It's pretty good here. That's pretty good here. Just a touch short. And Angelita again. See if she can get one to curve the corner here. Don't think it's going to turn from there. Joanne holding one. And really needs another ball in the head here. It's pretty kind of lonely. Good here. This looks really good here by Joanne. Joanne Hedgespeth with just a stunning bowl there, back toucher, and a little drag for 3. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot there. There's Juliana. I think she's going to try and take a stab at this. Yeah, she got that one out. Good shot, but little bonus is the Americans get a back ball out of it, and they're still holding 2. I think you just, and no donation, she's just going to say, just put another one in. Just do it again, please. Always with the please. Pretty close again by Joanne. Oh, another beautiful ball. 2 beauties by Joanne. Again, is going to try and take a stab here. Not far away. Pretty good effort. And we'll take a look at the lay of the land. Kind of a bit of a yard sale in the back, but she's holding a couple. And I think she's 3 up in the head right now. Something kind of nice about having your team had 3 people go, and you have 1 point for each 3 of them, all 3 of them. Right, Ann had a beautiful free throw at the end of the last end, with the last ball of the last end, 8th end. So she should position it. Draw here. Again, really doesn't want to be heavy and narrow. She'd be better drawing to those 2 balls that are the shots. That would be the best thing. She doesn't want to come across ahead and move the jack to catch her the opponent. Pretty good here. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Okay, got away with it. Might be 1 in, 1 out, but it's definitely 3. Hurry and chalk it. Lucia's not messing around. Close here. Yep, she got it. That carried it back to Mary's first bowl. Mary's first bowl that was like so heavy. But again, I say it all the time. How many times it's just like she had that bowl and it was like not close. It was 3.5 yards through. And what's the shot right now? see so many people, it's like, oh, get a couple feet short. And it's like, look, just the jack moves all the time. See in this view, you see the jack right now for a shot. It's all the way back in the right there. And I'm trying to thread the needle through all this. Great shot by Lucia. Just didn't get paid. They can get rid of that ball. They got second and third at the moment. She's going to try it here on this hand. And it's just not going to turn for her. So great shot by Lucia to cut it down when they were 3 and maybe 4, but cutting it down to 1 for the Americans now, and kind of a fortunate one at that. So it'll be 11-7 U.S. over Brazil after 9 ends.
What else do we have on the green here? We have Argentina and Brazil after 7. Argentina's holding 10-7. Some men's singles that just completed. U.S. over Brazil. Women's singles, Brazil and Jamaica over Brazil 19. And right next to this one actually is Argentina and Jamaica. Jamaica 14, Argentina 12.
Here we go. The mat up a bit here. A short to medium length. See if Tricia can keep getting the good position balls. Yeah, this is a great start here. Very nice. Maybe a foot behind. Tricia's first. Coming across. Yeah, that's pretty well done. Unfortunate there, but take it. Tricia just wants to do the same thing. I don't think I'd change much. That you can see inside of this bowl. Once the inside of that bowl. Well done, very good. Good bowl there. Let's keep the tit for tat and see if Patricia can get her again. Just kind of overcooked that one a bit. So U.S. holding 1. It'll be Mary Spease. Make it all the way down. Make it all the way down. Yeah, not bad. A couple feet short. Again, I prefer to be about a couple feet through. There's Angelita. Play this hand again, see if she can just find the ball here. Not far away. Oh, just missed it. Just missed it. I think Mary's thought should be just out a yard here. Just think out a yard. Just sliding by. Actually finished in a pretty good spot considering where the other bowls are for Brazil back there. Angelita again is going to take another stab, I think. Let's see if she's going to slip Mary's or pump Mary's in. Oh, pretty good. Might have got it to a measure. Just to have a draw. Joanne's played really well in this match so far. Been very consistent in getting him out of trouble, been adding when needed. So Joanne can get another one in here. Pretty close. Just needs to slide by this. Look at this ball. Another stunner by Joanne. Juliana. It's like another solid ball by her. Lucia was going to reach out and grab it. Like put her hand out like, oh, move this here. So, turn that measure away. Oh, definitely holding. See if she can do it again. Just slide by that front ball. Just keep doing it again. You know you can. Just nice and easy. Nice and easy. Okay.
Get the jack back a tad.
Yeah, just don't move it too much. I mean, she just missed. If she hits the outside half of that jack, you could tuck it around and they'd be holding three. It'd be right in between all those. Just got a little unlucky at the inside half of it. Probably still holding, but I mean it'd be buried as it is. It's kind of kind of dangling out there. With Brazil having like three back balls that they can make use of, kind of in that area. Juliana's going to try. I think she's going to be tight here. Anne's got an interesting choice to make. Anne could come around behind the back to kind of cover and prevent any kind of defense. Now with that last ball is kind of short. I mean, otherwise I would think I could see a case where she could come into here. But I think she's probably going to play the same shot as Mary, just kind of come around. See if she can use that ball there. I've had a little chat. Going to go the forehand. Main thing is she doesn't want to do the same thing Joanne did. Joanne just missed, but any flick on the jack in that direction is going to go right to the Brazilian team, and she can afford to be on the high side and playing into Mary's ball. It's that gray ball right there. This looks really good. Really good there by Anne. Should be two for the Americans at least. Boy, Lucia plays like she's double parked.
Yes, that was very quick.
She wastes no time. And she just, even with the bowl, it kind of, would maybe cause her to change her shot. Doesn't matter. She's just going to try and draw one. Oh, she's very close. Trying to get a look. She might have shot. That was a measure. Two great bowls by the skips here. And still got to be careful because she doesn't want to flick that jack away. But with it a measure, it's like... Try and draw another one, try and do something very similar. Got Mary's pushing through. It's a bit of a blank, but gets one in the back from it. She's going to try the same thing. She could afford to have a couple feet through and play through the bowl and play through her own and get to the jack. I think she's come up short. But she had that back ball there that she can make use of it, kind of come in with the same thing or another 2 feet would have been good. As it is, we'll probably have this measure.
iTunes there. That's Angie.
We've got two measures going on. There's another measure going on in another rink. Now we're starting to see, kind of like in the last game where we saw the front end kind of dominate in the beginning, and then you start to see the back end of both teams, especially for Canada, really kind of come on down the stretch. You're seeing the same thing here. The front end was really kind of dominating the first half of the game, and now you're starting to see a lot of the back end play because you can be more precise because you get to know the rink by both of these skips. Kind of a big draw. I'm guessing it's three-way from the way there. It's two of the Americans versus the one Brazilian. Kind of a big shot. It's a big difference between being 3 down and 5 down with 5 ends to go. Let's see if we got any comments while we're waiting. Let's see if we got any comments. I've been slacking.
I've had a conversation with Andrew Bowl of Jamaica.
MS style at Anzo there. We got a Vamos. Okay, measure's over. Was it? I thought I saw one for the U.S. Yeah. So they do get the measure. So 1 for the U.S. They'll go up 12-7.
Let's see what's on the rink next door. We have Argentina and Jamaica playing the men's singles. Argentina's ahead now, 16-14.
We have the schedule for tomorrow. One of the questions is whether we're going to be broadcasting Jamaica. I don't think we've done any Jamaica games at all.
Right, night outs are, I looked that up. Jamaica is at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for men's singles.
There you go. I see there, Jamaica-Argentina singles game. Looks like a barn game right now. All right. 16-14 playing the 21s. All right, here we go. USA up 5 over Brazil with 5 ends to go. We've got about 40 minutes. We're going to be pushing it a little bit. Good opener here by Tricia. That's what you want to see. Get something that's a couple feet behind. Right on the center line. Patricia. I think this is going to make it. It's about maybe 2 yards short there. Be happy if Tricia just made a micro adjustment, even just to get between her own ball and the jacket. Pretty good adjustment. Pretty well done there. Pretty well done. Just maybe a foot short. She needs to add these 2 yards here. Needs to get going. It's really a killer when you're a couple yards short in your front end. Just making it really hard on yourself. could draw between the two if she really wants to, but I think she's been playing this ditch hand anyways mostly. So. Mary was laughing at herself because she took way too much grass. She knew it right off the bat. Well, that's about in relation where it was last time. It ended up being shot.
Exactly.
Last time. Almost exactly the same spot it was before when the jack was deeper. At least it's behind and it's got some value. There's Angelita trying to see if she can get a piece of this jack or the bull. Yeah, she got a little bit of both. And not sure if it rocked out for a shot, but I think she's holding. Let's see, Mary. Stay a little positive here, and she can use her own partner's bull there. Come off of it, push it up. It's going to be close here. It's going to be real close here. Yeah, that's well done. Knocking it in for shot. Great ball. And even with that weight, if she managed to slip the inside half, then she would have drawn in for shot. Or if she could have come clean, she probably would have come to the shot ball. And probably would have shot. That was very good weight control. I think Angelita went off the reservation there. I have a partner like that once. I turned my back once, and the next thing I know, he was driving. He knows who he is.
Write his name on that piece of paper. So I know.
Tell you off the air.
Okay.
There's Joanne. Really solid play the whole match. She just wants to do the same kind of thing that Mary did and just kind of pump Mary's up or slide past it. Either one's good. Really good again by Joanne. And it fell backwards to hood the jack. So essentially the Americans are holding two. Juliana. I think it's just going to hang out. Don't think it's going to make this turn. She did tap it, but just not enough. I just don't know if it's got the line to get around that bull and try and push that in. It's the same again, I think, here from Joanne. Needs to bite down, needs to come down. Still a decent, solid bowl there. Let's see what the Brazilians are going to do here. She's going to attack this. I mean, all three of those bowls are away. So play this hand, you really want to be playing through everything. Trying to come back. This is not bad. Pretty close. Oh, man. What a shot. Really unlucky. There is a little trough there, but man, she found it. Oh. Jeez. Well, we're talking again with yeah, it's the same time tomorrow. We haven't done anything with Jamaica, so here, I'll get this other one. Yeah, this is going to be the same time that we're playing right now. That's when this is going to be. All right. So the U.S. holding a couple. Let's see, yeah, I think Anne's going to go the other way. Really wish to kind of find that ball. She could really attack that ball that's out there if she wanted to. She wants to slip these two, see what kind of turn she gets. He's going to make it all the way now. A little short here. I mean, the Canadians would be driving that thing. Well, she can't even take a breath. Here comes Lucia.
Yeah, she's fast.
She already knows what she was going to do. Try trying to shoot this gap.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. Well done. She knew what she wanted to do. Played a little chomp fly shot. Gets the shot here. Beautifully done. Do have a couple behind. Again's gonna try to ride the wall here and do something similar. She really uncorked that. I didn't think she was gonna throw it that hard. I think she's gonna miss everything. I think it was a little bit more of a maybe a yard or 2 yards through, not 4. So you can see it does for an encore. She's got to be careful. She doesn't want to get jacked over here.
She's going to be
Careful it
very
is. Yeah.
short. That's very careful.
That's very careful there, yeah. But it's going to be one more for Brazil after dropping 3 ends in a row. And they'll get to 8 now. So they're 4 down with 4 to go. Conversation.
Yes, I have.
All right. So that's 1. So right now, with the way it is, Brazil can get away with just winning ends, even with 1s. But 4 ends to go, they're going to have to keep doing that. And we've got a little over a half hour left on the clock. So play started at 3 o'clock local time. 2 hours, 15 minutes, and we're about 33 minutes from there. Not a bad opener by Patricia. Pretty good weight. It's a little offline. Tricia can give her a good play. Pretty solid in this one. What you want from your lead. Lots of balls in the head. She's done it again. Just maybe a foot short at most. Tricia again, just going to slide by her own there. Good opportunity for Tricia to just kind of play through her own. Try and add a couple feet. Way down. Don't want to take any weight off though. Maybe her first blank that she's thrown the whole match. Couple yards short there. Just kind of shows how strong she's been. He's on Angelita. Trying to play through, I think, the shot ball here. I love this. It's just strong.
Stop it.
I love the way that people try and use the force. I haven't seen it work yet. I haven't seen any Jedi Knights.
I was just waiting for like lightning bolt or laser to
Right.
come out of someone's fingers at a bowl.
I see, the people that wave or the people that push. I haven't seen the Jedi yet. So. Or even a Sith Lord. Nothing.
No.
All right, here's Mary. Just wanting to push through. Nice and positive. A little promotion there. Yeah, that's well done. That makes it 2 for the U.S. Pretty small profile as well. Angelita's undeterred. She thinks. I'm not sure what you're going to try and get on this hand. It's not really set up for a weighted shot. I don't think you can draw around it with the way those 2 balls are set up. Serve to just like add a yard and finish behind. I think that would be a pretty good ball. Even at least a yard. I didn't say that. I'm just trying to match that best back. Wouldn't be terrible. Anything but short here. Okay, add another counter. It's not bad, and didn't increase the profile. It's 3. And you can see that, and this is what I was worried about, is they haven't been afraid to come with weight. So I think Juliana's going to try and come underneath it with some weight. See if she can get the jacker on these 3 bulls here.
Just a minute.
A little narrow. And in the ditch. Yeah, see now Anne's calling for a cover and get something behind. This is very good here. Mission accomplished. Got something to protect against all 3 of those bulls with that position there. I'm sure Juliana's going to try it again here. Just slide underneath the white and have enough pace to get all the way through. I don't think she's here though. Unfortunate. US Open 3 might be in Joanne's way. Giving Joanne her option on what she likes with hand and weight. I think she's looking for a draw now that Joanne's been in a very nice position, bull in the back. If she's going to go around or in front of these 2 here. And the white one's okay. And hit their own one up. Worked out pretty nicely. Might be in for 4. Getting a number here would be really good, kind of similar to what we saw in the last game where Cam hit that nice shot and went from 1 up to 6 up, and that just, then the game was kind of teetering on the edge, and then that we pushed it right over, and then it was pretty much done after that. I think the U.S. women are looking for the same with the big 4s. Well, the 4 at the moment. It's pretty well guarded. I mean, I'm not sure what Lucia is going to do here. It's going to be tough to draw. I suppose she could go on the backhand and try and draw it all the way around here. I think that's what she's going to try and do. Let's see if we got a view here. Man, I just don't know how she's going to get around that. I wish she could just kind of flail at the pile and see what she can get.
Looks like that's options.
Well, she managed to tip one of theirs in. Probably cut it to 3.
We have a completed game in women's singles. Brazil and Jamaica. Jamaica won 21-9. Andrew Bowles, Jamaica Newell. We've been conversing a lot. There you go. The ladies won their singles match.
I think Anne's going to try something similar to what Joanne did and just try and pump up the white ball or slide underneath it. It's the U.S. holding 3 and trying to see if they can get a 4th one here. Just needs to get inside that ball. Didn't quite make it. This will be interesting. I'm not sure what to see it. She's kind of a little fortunate to kind of backdoor and get that one in there. She's just going to have a contrail on it to try and do anything, I think. She's going to make Anne shot 4, pushed in for 4. That was the danger. I mean, if you're going to come with that, to try and do that shot, it's got to be going. Because you can't just hit something 2 feet. You got to hit it like 20 yards. Anne's happy to have 4 and just kind of float this to see if she can get all the way around. Main thing is trying not to hit theirs closer. She hit her own and flopped. Maybe. She might have got both of those in. And there's no more bullets, so the U.S. will get at least 4. I don't know if Anne got any more, but and there's like 5. She did get one in. So Ann managed to squeeze one in. Great end for the Americans there to go up 17-8 now. Similar like we saw earlier today. The Canadians had a big end and got a 6th to kind of help put it away. The Americans have got a 5 now to kind of make it really tough for the Brazilians. 3 ends to go, 25 minutes, and a 9-point lead. Might be able to get it all in. Set going a little long here because I gotta keep me on my toes with the cameras. Short there. I wonder if make me wonder if Tricia's running out of gas. She's had quite a couple short ones now. She played so strong at the start of this match. They should make a nice adjustment. Open this door for Patricia here.
Spicy.
Yeah. It's a spicy meatball. Right. Tricia needs it. 3.5 yards here. She might have added 1.5, but she's holding 2 at the moment. But still a lot of room for Tricia. Anything within 2 yards is easily shot. Yeah, this should be in here. Very, very good. Very good shot there. There's stick it forehand, keep playing this ditch hand here. On one hand, you could say, well, it's a jack or bull shot because you're right next to it, but given the situation, they really just kind of want a close second. Just try and keep something in play. All right, staying on the green's good. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That'll be fine. There's Angelita. My sweats. Angelita can get all the way down. It's a couple of short. I don't think that's second. I might have to switch hands though because of it, because we really don't want to push anything in. It's really tough though to not have any time to adjust. The main thing is just trying to focus on that weight. Take your best guess, commit to it. Even if she hits the white one, it's okay. So,
Oh,
look at this. Oh, good effort though. And we got 2 back bowls. Kept them in play. Lead to second. Let's get past her own here. No, that's a good bowl there. It should be 2 and a measure now for Brazil. It's giving Joanne kind of a green light here. Trying to cut a nice, positive playing through shot here. Pretty good track. Pretty good track here. What a shot. Joanne Hedgespeth. And gets shot. Just hoping to cut it down and she gets shot out of it. Beautiful bowling. Let's see what Angelita's trying here. Oh, Mary's just gets driven into the plinth. Still won. I wonder if she was just trying to take the bull out. A little dicey because with Mary's two back balls there. Let's see the setup here. Joanne with a really nice weighty shot here. Now just trying to get a draw and get a second one in. This has slipped that, what she's done. Settle a little. Okay, good position there. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Juliana probably come with some weight again. I think she's just trying to take the shot ball out. I don't know if it's going to get there. I don't think it's going to get there. I think she kind of bounced that a little bit. Oh, it's the Americans holding one now. Great shot by Joanne Hedgespeth. Not the first time we've said that in this match. Okay, here's the skippers. First down in. Just looking to try and draw and get in a second one in here. See how her weight is. I don't think it's going to make it. It's trying though. Not too far off. Maybe another yard probably. Gotta hurry up because Lucia's going to roll around away. Try this forehand here and see if she can take that shot ball out. Oh, she might end up pumping hands in. Yeah, it's pretty unlucky. And that was part of the danger of coming that way. Again, saying she needs 4 feet, but they're holding 2 now. And hits the Brazil back ball out. Well, didn't get a chance to change the camera. Again, Lucia coming through with a little pace here, trying to hit the pile. Not far away. Oh, she needed a little edge there. She would have got it. Well, it's going to be at least 2 for the Americans. Kind of eyeballing the rest. Two more. Get it to 19-8.
2 more rounds, we got 15 minutes.
Yes, they might get it in, but with that difference, with it being an 11-point game and 2 ends, the Americans will win this one. It's over now. As far as who's going to win and who's not, it's just a question of by how much now.
Singles game next to us between Jamaica and Argentina is very close. Argentina 18, Jamaica 16. We keep changing leads.
Alright, here's Tricia's first to see if she can kind of get back on form and kind of be playing through. She had a couple short ones the last time. Yeah, this is a little more like it. Pretty good weight there. Tricia was kind of the opposite. She was a little heavy the last time. Pretty good here. Looks like a really nice ball. Is it going to finish? Oh, good line, just a yard, maybe 4 feet. There. Always valuable to have something behind. So Patricia can do here, just kind of sliding by. Good weight though. See, it's like rooting her balls in, and then she finishes, then she gets right in the camera. That's very Spease. Good ball here. Really good ball there. That's well done. Angelita. Looks a little narrow. I wonder if she's going to hit that ball in front. Just slid by. Okay, it's a good time for Mary to just like not sneak up on it. Just kind of play through her own is fine. Anything at a couple feet, just keep it firm. It's going to be hard to break it. Nothing wrong with that. I would prefer she stayed on her original line, but still it's okay. Get one on the back. This looks like a pretty good ball by Angelita here. Looks like a really good ball by Angelita. Oh, nearly. Here's Joanne. With the one, she's going to try and avoid everything in front. Just wants to slip this ball. And I just kind of turned it over and kind of used a little natural break, and it even fell in the wind. Pretty good call. And positive. Any action should push theirs in and the other will out. Just hit those two balls. Just come up a little short. Unfortunately, got right in like Joanne's line when it came across the head. Make sure she gets around those front two. Anne's got the right idea. Just try and get to that bowl. It's okay. Just make sure you don't touch those front two.
Another turn.
Well, she just touched the front two. At least she had pretty good weight, so she didn't, if she would have slipped it clean, she'd probably been just short and in for the count. So that was good that she had good weight control. And she didn't do any damage. That was the main thing that they're looking for here. Juliana should be, don't spare the horses here. Playing this hand. It's a pretty tough draw, but man, she's going to do it. This is really great. wow, what a shot. Oh, back toucher. That's well done. Man, I thought they were, and she played them. They're switching left and right. It doesn't matter. She was played here with Wade, and then it's like, I don't like it as much now. We'll just go the other way. I think Joanne kind of maybe got in her way, and that's what she's. But I didn't think that was a shot. I think the shot was they hit the outside, their ball on the outside, hit that, so that their shot, the U.S. shot ball would go out, and then theirs would kind of come in, and then you're sitting maybe for a couple. But instead, she opted for just the clean draw, and just an absolute stunner. Joanne's got to be careful because she just want to push her own out. Doesn't want to push any of those others in. It's not hers. She's not far away here. Oh, just got a touch on that one.
Came off her hamstring.
I don't think she's going to make it. Almost finished. I was going to try it again here. I mean, she could go a couple down here. It doesn't go right. But I mean, if they're already 2 down, it doesn't really matter. She can just afford to be positive and try and work something in here. It's not far away. This could be real good.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
She might have taken that one.
great effort. Great effort. It's definitely just one now. Nearly got the conversion, nearly got the cannon into bowl and pushed it into the jack. There's Lucia trying to get a promotion herself. Oh, very well done there. Great shot. Should be 2 for Brazil. So it makes it 19-10. Yeah, we got 7 minutes, so we're gonna finish this with no problem. Going to the last end here. The U.S. is going to win this. So, while we got time, we got the schedule for tomorrow. I know we're going to be starting again at 8:30.
8:30 in the morning.
We should have a full day. The schedule for what we're live streaming is on the website.
So, men's fours, Argentina versus Canada at 8:30. Women's fours, Argentina versus USA at 12. Then singles, 3 p.m., Argentina versus Jamaica. So full schedule tomorrow, Thursday, March 5th.
And then I think on Friday we just have the one game in the morning, unless there's a playoff.
Well, it says Friday, none at 8:30, and playoffs at noon if needed. We will have a game Friday morning for sure. Okay, so this is an older schedule on it. We'll let you know tomorrow what we're doing Friday.
I was going to say none. It's Nunes.
Do you have any other finishing games? Not quite yet.
The singles game is still 19-18 next door. That one might be pushing the clock. All right, 2 openers there. Both ladies a little short in their last 2 bowls of the match. Let's see Tricia with the last one here, tighten her tail and see if she can get the leg here. Is it gonna make it on the way? A couple feet short. All right, last bowl here for Tricia. Just a little tap on her own is pretty good. Yeah, that's well done. Great way to finish for Tricia. 2 good bowls there. So again, this format is a double round robin between these 3 teams, U.S., Brazil, and Argentina. So I know the Argentina beat Brazil earlier today with U.S. on the bye, and now U.S. is beating Brazil. So I think they'll start off tomorrow with this with the women's fours with the U.S. playing Argentina, both teams being 1-0. And then they'll likely finish the day with it as well. Actually, no, that'll probably be one of the Friday games.
Well, women's fours tomorrow is Argentina, USA at noon. So.
Okay, here's Mary's second, trying to work on to. Yeah, good to get one behind. I like that way because she could either pressed or she slipped, so that's real well done. Okay. Looks like the U.S. holding one, maybe two. There's Angelita's last. Gonna get a promotion or a jab? Gab?
Piece of the jab.
Oh, and maybe get shot out of it. Lucia's dizzy, spinning around there, trying to keep track of what's the jab. Well, Mary doesn't have to change much with her weight. It's a good thing again that she was behind. Amazing how that happens.
The men's fours, Argentina and Brazil. There's a score changing coming up here.
Oh, look at Mary
Argentina.
Spease. Mary Spease with a stunner. Beautiful bowl there. That's the way you want to finish the day.
Missed it. I was looking at the scoreboard, but Argentina's 19-11 over Brazil. in the fours match.
Beautiful shot down there. Oh, this is going to be a little bit unlucky here. Yeah, just kind of sliding by. Holding one. Joanne kind of second. Again, no fear here because Brazil doesn't have anything behind the jack, even though it's a front toucher. There's nothing behind the jack here. So Joanne could kind of free swing it here. She could promote any of the whites. She could come all the way around. She can even hit Mary's and it'll be okay. There's no real danger here. That's a good play. I like this a lot by Joanne. Perfect weight. That's exactly what I wanted to see from her. That's very well done. Yeah, good team building. Moving off there. That'll make it a little interesting to see what Joanne's going to do. That ball might be in her draw line. She could try and play underneath it and promote the white in front. Or maybe she thinks she can slip all the way around. That's a little more pace. Yeah, I think she had the line to go all the way around. A really beautiful line, just a little short. Still pretty good bowls.
Argentina and Jamaica are really hurrying to get the last jack off here. We're running out of time quick.
We got 1 minute. 1 minute on the clock here. So
I think they're gonna do it.
just trying to get this in.
Well, it's a singles match, so the game's to 21.
Look at the jack away. I haven't heard anything. So I don't see how they're going to play anything else.
After this.
20 to 18. Right. Here's Lucia.
Oh,
She got an edge and in. Didn't quite make it all the way. Still one holding for the U.S. Kind of opened the path here. No power mode.
oh no.
We're fine. No power mode seems to work great. Now here's Ann. Let's just slide around, get another draw in here. Not sure. Try and, I think, pound into theirs and try and see if they can get something around the corner here. Last two bowls of the match coming. Last for each of these ladies. Lucia has some really good shots in this match. This is just hanging on her. Wow. Just didn't even come close to coming back.
The bell just rang, so no more jacks for anyone, but fours matches.
Alright, here's Ann's last. Don't think that's going to do anything, so it's going to be one more for the Americans. they'll win this match 20-10. They'll be up 1-0 and tied with Argentina, who's also 1-0, and they'll play together first thing in the morning.
And we had a lovely no-wind afternoon. There's a little breeze.
It hasn't been
but
too bad. It's still cool.
cold.
It hasn't been too bad. But, congratulations to the U.S. team. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast here today. Over the last week, we're again full day tomorrow. We'll be starting right at 8:30 Pacific time. We'll have 3 matches tomorrow, our last full day of coverage. So once again, I've been Scott Roberts.
And I'm still Jackie Hogan.
Still Jackie Hogan, okay. And President Pam Edwards split out wide. Headset free.
Filling in the spreadsheets and getting the online stuff up to date.
So thank you all for watching, and we will talk to you all tomorrow. So long.
Adios.